Welcome to episode 72, Misunderstanding. Closed captioning will help you not misunderstand what I'm saying. You know, it's amazing how a subtle difference in word interpretation can sometimes lead to a great misunderstanding. I've realized that more and more as I've been doing this blog. The thing is, instances of a misinterpretation leading to a misunderstanding are more frequent than we realize. And although most of them amount to nothing, some are most consequential. What do I mean by subtle difference in word interpretation? Well, going back to the last episode, here's an example. Some people would say for the past few years, meaning between 3 or 5 years ago. But instead of the word past, some people might use the word last while meaning the same thing. However, some other people might interpret the phrase for the last few years as meaning for the final few years rather than the past few years, leading to a misunderstanding. It happens all the time because the misunderstanding is often never even recognized or realized, or only recognized or realized sometime after. That's why a misunderstanding can actually bring some people closer based on a false interpretation that, if later realized, can lead to a big falling out or breakup. People can move on from a misunderstanding if it doesn't have any great consequence, and a misunderstanding can fly over the heads of some while deeply affecting others. Okay, let me give you another example of a misunderstanding. Some people can interpret not miss what I'm saying as not miss what I'm speaking, while some might interpret the phrase as not miss what I'm conveying. It's a subtle difference in interpretation of the word saying that may be significant or maybe not, may be or maybe. But the misinterpretation might not be subtle but colloquial. For example, saying, let me give you a couple examples will mean 2 examples to some or a few examples to others. Since I'm on the topic of misunderstanding, I should clear up an issue from a couple past episodes where I seem to rank a buddy as less close than a friend. Essentially, I was looking for a good word to describe someone I know or talk to and might even be close to, but who does not meet my definition of a friend. Read the episode again, please. In retrospect, buddy was perhaps not the right word to use for such a someone because it has created a misunderstanding. But what I was trying to convey is that I value someone I call a friend in part because of the potential, while buddies have limits. By way of explanation, let me give you an example. There are people who divorce but remain friends and rekindle their love and remarry. And there are people who divorce but remain buddies. You see, a buddy is a BFF. So the paradox is that forever being a buddy is limiting. Let me return to something that maybe you remember me saying in a couple past episodes. My blog is my therapy. So on that, please let there be no misunderstanding.